Okay? The back side of the stove is where your water lines, your pump, and your switches are. So the orange lines are the lines to the house. The blue line and the red line is the line to the barn. Right now there's nothing in the barn. The lines are actually just been cut off and there's there. So don't turn any valve on that would let water go down.
The blue or the red?
Yeah, this is the pump to the barn and this is the pump to the house. So you do not want to turn any line on that would go to the barn because it'll just drain the stove out into the barn. So that's just for future. You have a high temp shut off switch, which is here. You have a temperature switch. This is what regulates the fan feeding the air. So when the water temperature hits 160 on this switch, it turns on. When it hits 190, it shuts off. This is the high water temp. When it hits 220, which is I think boiling, it shuts the fan off in there and turns the blower on in the house so that you don't overheat the stove, so you don't boil. So you have one pump running right now. This is where it plugs in. And then what I want to show you is how you clean the flue chimney. So about every 3 weeks I usually clean out the ash and I clean the chimney all at the same time. Wrenches I keep setting right here. There are several tools that come with the stove for doing this. And all you do is you take all the soot that's in here, and there's a hole at the front where the chimney comes in at the very front of the stove, and there's a hole at the back of it where it goes out. So the smoke goes in and flows through this rectangle box and goes out this end. So you push this all back and make it fall down into the fire stove, down into the fire box. And you can feel it when you're working it where it's going. And I usually take and push the top and hold it, scrape all this creosote. And a lot of times I'll just get the last end of it and just bring it right on out. And that's all there is to cleaning it too.